Okay, welcome everyone. I'm just going to explain. First of all, we record the beginning part of the weekly chats to go onto YouTube, which is why everybody's muted at the moment. And then when we come to the sharing part, then we stop the recording. So don't worry about the recording being on now. It's only going to record Klarrisa. But I'd like to say, first of all, welcome everybody to this chat this afternoon. We started these at the very beginning of the first lockdown, and our goal at the beginning of the year with Empower Amsterdam was to increase community, build community, and even with the lockdown, we've managed to build community throughout the summer and right the way through since March when we started doing these. So every week we take a different subject and a different expert who talks about their subject, and then we like to give you guys a chance to interact and talk as well. So then we use breakout rooms so you can get together in smaller groups and discuss the topic that we're working on. So that's how we roll through. I'm going to hand over to Klarrisa in a second. Klarrisa is one of our volunteers, but is also an experienced trainer, both online and offline. And I'm really looking forward to her presentation today, and I hope you guys all get something from it as well. Klarrisa, I'll hand it over to you now.
All right. Thank you so much, Jane. I'm so excited to be here, and I love seeing all the faces and seeing like where everyone's from. And so today's workshop is about gaining clarity in your job search. So I would love to know, while I introduce a little bit about myself, where you all are at in your job search. Like maybe you're just starting, maybe you're employed and looking, maybe you're unemployed and looking. I'd love to know in the chat, where are you in your job search process right now? Yeah, but a little bit about me. I moved to Amsterdam about 3 years ago. I'm originally from the US, if you can't tell by my accent. And I moved here and I was unemployed and I found Empower. So I like to say I'm a little Empower success story because I found Empower. I got a coach through Empower, and they really helped me find my confidence again and get out there and find some work. And so I ended up doing some freelance work around training and development and facilitation and e-learnings until I was trained in coaching, and now I coach. Specifically, I work with mixed race women for my paid coaching. I'm mixed myself, I'm Chinese and white, and so finding clarity is a huge piece of mixed race people's journey. You know, like we come from very different backgrounds, and like some of you here, you come from a different background, you live in another country, and you're trying to put those puzzle pieces all together. So that's why I do paid coaching, and then I also volunteer, yeah, like Jane said, with the Empower Amsterdam as a coach and also with the content team. In my coaching, I like to tune into our imaginations, play a little bit, and our bodies. So get ready for some of that today. I also like to do that in my workshops in general. So whether it's my coaching or workshops, that's what I like to do. You will need some paper and maybe a journal today. So go ahead and grab that or have that handy. I'm going to look over in the chat here and see where everyone's at in their job searching. So regrouping, still looking, employed and building professional personal skills, some people finding clarity around their next pursuit, trying to figure out what I can apply for in the Netherlands. Okay, so we have people, yeah, kind of at all different levels here. Okay. Well, what I'd like to know, let me go ahead and share my screen here and pull up the chat so I make sure I can see. So it always takes a second to make sure I can still see your faces, still see the chat, share my screen, all that good stuff. Okay, I think I'm ready now. So my first question, again, in the chat, I'd love to know what's important about having clarity during your job search. What do you feel like is important about having that clarity? make sure you read the answers that are coming in as well. And while you're doing that, I realize I'm not sharing it as a slideshow, so I'm going to share this. Okay. Okay, there we go.
And there's some good answers in the chat, and I'll just read them out while you're sorting things out.
Yeah, thank you.
Tanya, finding the right freaking fit, not just what's available. It's also important to find a job that suits you, and you will not feel you need to change it soon. Paula, know your skill set and who to deliver it to. Know if a company is the right fit for you. Knowing thyself. Cuts through the noise, helps save time. Finding suitable employers and field to work. I wrote helps give direction, and also there's a focus of your time and your energy. Truth and Lauren said that. And I think that was all of them. I think there's one more at the end. Cleo gives focus and helps create more targeted applications.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and last one here. Know where I can start and maybe where you need to change your career. So exactly that. And I like to give this, well, I'm American, so, in America, we have a lot of cars. And so I like to give this analogy of, it's like finding the perfect car or any really big purchase. You really get clear about, the model, the price range, maybe what color you want, how big or small you want your car. So the same could be applied to maybe a fancy bike here in the Netherlands, or even a nice apartment or house. And so when you're clear of what kind of car you want, right? Exactly which dealerships to go to, or if you're looking for a used car, exactly what you're searching for, whatever website you use. So it gets really, I'm going to say clear a lot, which is also going to drive me crazy today, but you're going to be really focused and clear on exactly what kind of car you want. So that's what we're going to do today in terms of your job search. So if you know what you want, whether it's the car or career, it's much easier to find it, right? So this is a lot of the time when I work with Empower clients, it's they want help with their LinkedIn or their CV or whatever, but we have to spend at least a session, maybe 2 sessions, getting really clear on what they want to put into that CV, to that LinkedIn. So hopefully you'll have a chance to do some of that today. These are the 3 steps that I use for myself and with clients to achieve clarity. And sometimes, especially now with a lot of different stresses that we have going on in the world, I kind of circle around in these. Sometimes I have to go back to one step and or move forward. So the steps are declutter, envision, and act. And we are going to go through those steps today together. So the first step is, I have here, decluttering. And we're going to do that today with our mind and our body. So the first thing, again, if you have a piece of paper or a journal with you, we're going to do something called a brain dump or mind dump. Has anyone done that before? Raise your hand. I kind of can see videos. So if you've done it before. So a mind dump is basically, I'm going to time us because of timing here. I'm going to give us 5 minutes. And what I want you to do is write down everything that's on your mind. So it can be this girl is crazy, I don't know what she's talking about. It could be you have to change your sheets later today. It can be I need to apply for these jobs in my, on my to-do list. Whatever it is, I want you to take the next 5 minutes and just really clear your mind of all those thoughts, dumping everything that's here onto a piece of paper. And usually I do this at least every day to at least every Sunday or Monday, and just write down all the things I need to do, all the stuff that's kind of weighing me down. And especially now, I might have to do it several times a day. So, but today we're going to do it for 5 minutes. And so if everyone has their piece of paper, I'm going to go ahead and start the time now. Okay, just less than 1 minute left. So, you know, finish dumping out whatever last thoughts you have. All right, so finish up your last sentence or whatever it is you're writing and come back here with all of us. And just have that list handy because, you know, if you have a thought pop up during our time together that kind of takes you away from being present with us here, then, you know, just pop that down on the list as well and leave it there for after we're finished and everything. So, you know, what we just did, we were making space in our mind for some new ideas. And so we're going to do kind of something similar. Well, not similar in the way that we're going to declutter our bodies now. So that's the next step. So again, like in my work with clients is like we focus on the body because we can hold a lot of emotions, feelings, stress there, and the job search process is a lot of stress. Whether you're employed or unemployed, trying to find that right fit is like stressful, and we hold that in our bodies. And so there's lots of ways you can do that, right? Like you can go for walks, dancing, you know, by yourself in your room, whatever floats your boat. What we're going to do here today is called the body shake. And it's like what you see this bird doing, basically. And it comes from, there's an expert called, his name is Peter Levine, and he's an expert in trauma. And he writes in one of his books about, you know, like when you watch gazelles and they're being like on a nature show, they're being chased by lions. Sometimes they get caught and, you know, they're eaten, whatever. And sometimes they get free. And when they escape the lions, one of the first things that they do is that they like shake off the body. And like, you don't see animals walking around like stressed and traumatized usually. And it's because like they have this mechanism that they do. They like shake off that stress. They shake away that, you know, trauma, whatever it is. So we're going to do that here together. So I'm going to stand up here and do what feels comfortable. You can stand with me, or if you just want to do like kind of a mini version in your seat. But again, whatever feels comfortable. And I'm going to just start with my hands. Taking deep breaths. Moving more of my arms like this bird is doing, I guess. And then like maybe a little bit about the bottom half, which you can't see, but like my legs, start shaking out my legs a little bit. And maybe more of my torso. And then, yeah, shake your head and just let your whole body shake, just like that little bird is doing. Just like shake your whole body out. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There is a mess now. How would that feel for everyone? Put in the chat. How are you feeling now? How was that for you? Oh, great. Invigorating. Good. Releasing the tension in your shoulders. Yeah, just especially just getting out of your chair and after sitting all day. Playful and loose. Okay. I love that. So like, yeah, again, one of the steps, if you're feeling cloudy or whatever, that took us like 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds, I think. just to like shake it out. So I hope you can remember that. So from here, we're going to move, now that we're kind of in this clear, playful space, and as I catch my breath, we're going to practice experiencing clarity. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I love that, yeah, a lot of you are saying the tension's gone and you're feeling more relaxed, relaxed. That's great. So from here, again, we're moving into envisioning. We've decluttered our mind, we've decluttered our body, and we're going to move into envisioning what we really want, in this case, for your job search. So to do that, I'd like to do a short visualization, or kind of meditation, some might call it. So this is just going to take a couple minutes, I think. So now that, again, we release some of the tension in our body and in our mind, go ahead and get comfortable in your seat. Or maybe you're laying down and watching this, that's fine. If you'd like to turn off your camera, if that feels more comfortable for you, please go ahead and do that. But yeah, get your feet grounded. And we're gonna go ahead and take in some deep breaths together. We're gonna do 4 nice deep breaths. So go ahead and take a deep breath in. And release. Take another deep breath in. And hold. And release. Take another deep breath in. And release. And last time all together. Take another deep breath in. And release. And as you keep breathing to yourself, for yourself, notice as the blood and oxygen circulate throughout your body, from your head, down your neck, your shoulders, the back of your spine, into your seat, down your legs, and all the way to your toes. And now, silently to yourself or out loud, you're going to repeat these 3 clarity affirmations. And we'll repeat each one 2 times. The first one, my mind and heart are clear. Again, my mind and heart are clear. Second one, my inner vision is clear and focused. Again, my inner vision is clear and focused. And the last one, I have strength, clarity, and peace of mind. Again, I have strength, clarity, and peace of mind. Allow yourself to feel and reflect as these affirmations fill your body and mind. And notice any thoughts, feelings, or physical sensations that have arisen. Finally, imagine you are being surrounded by a circle of light. Notice the color, temperature, and feeling. In this bright space, in this circle of light, you've achieved ultimate clarity. You have a deep inner knowing of what is exactly right for you. Again, notice what's happening in your body here from your head down to your toes. When you're ready, take a deep breath in and out, and slowly bring your attention back to the room. I'll give you a minute to just write down anything you want to remember from this experience in your journal or on your piece of paper. And I put those 3 affirmations that I read out loud in the chat if you are wanting to see this. And for those of you that are done, I'm curious, in the chat, I put this question: what did, clarity feel like in this space for you? What did you feel in your body? Was there a place in your body that you felt it? Maybe usually it's like, not usually, well, usually it can be like in your heart or your gut. But yeah, it can be anywhere really. What did clarity feel like for you? And go ahead and put it in the chat when you're ready. Okay, I love some of these. Relax pressure behind your eyes. Ooh, that's really specific. I like that. Tingling in my spine. Clarity feels like peace, quietness, definitely a quiet mind, calmness, relaxed shoulders. Yeah, I hold a lot of tension and like all the stress in my shoulders. So relaxed shoulders, I like that one. More peaceful with good feelings and more positive. Calm, feel the urge to do this each day. Yeah, I mean, there's so many studies on meditation and, you know, just mindfulness in general of how it can help you. And I think we only did that for like 2 or 3 minutes. So imagine kind of the shift a lot of you have experienced already in that time period. More calm and tingling feelings, relaxed. Okay, awesome. So yeah, again, this was just a short meditation or whatever. This is something you can also do to just kind of calm your mind. Tune into your body, but also just help yourself relax a little bit. So from this place of really feeling and experiencing clarity, we're going to start dreaming a bit. So okay, I'm gonna share my screen again. Well, I'd like you to, while I do that, I'd like you to get a piece of paper and divide it into 4. So while I share this. Okay. So grab a piece of paper, divide it into 4, and then I want you to label the 4 each box with these labels. So in one box, label it company or organization, another box manager and team, and then another box benefits or lifestyle, another box tasks and responsibilities. So I'll give you a second to do that. Okay. So what we're going to do is in each of these boxes, you're going to put your ideal scenarios for each. And the one rule for this activity is that you have to get creative and think big. So I guess that's 2 rules. Get creative and think big. So creative, I mean, you can always do this on your own. Like, what's my dream company? And you can journal like a paragraph. But maybe today try playing around with like, making a little drawing or using symbols or words or phrases that stick out to you. So get creative in that way, and then think big. And on this piece of paper, money and skills are not not relevant. So, if you had any money, any skills can always be learned. You know, put that out the window. So again, just think big, and you have already reached and felt clarity from our visualization. So yeah, just dig into that, dig into where you felt that and put that on the piece of paper. It doesn't need to be, it can be specific companies or organizations, but when it could be like an industry or the culture. What does the company look like or have? What's that? Some of you might be like kind of spiritual. What kind of energy do you feel that company? What does that look like? For the manager and team, it could be like, how do you treat each other? How do they treat you? How will you treat them? What would it feel like to work with those people in your dream scenario? For benefits or lifestyle, like what kind of balance do you want with your work life? You can put a number of your dream salary, whatever that might be. What kind, do you want it to have a cafeteria where you get free lunch every day? That's like one of my partner's like dream requirements. But think even bigger than that. What could it be? And the same with tasks and responsibilities. What would you enjoy doing? And not just what would be enjoyable, what would be enjoyable and fulfilling to you? Like, again, think big. I'm going to give you a few minutes to do this. So take your time.